In Action,
Yes.
Davos in the Dome 2024. A special thank you to John for the day, and a special thank you particularly to Daniela Russ, the director of CSAIL, for the work that she did to help put this afternoon together. What I want to know is, why did Cagrosso get a hug from Daniela and I didn't get a hug from Daniela? But anyway, I will need a hug, yeah, because CSAIL is now 60 years old. AI technology has progressed over that time to where we are today. And by the way, here's a book. I Computing the Future. I brought this book 4,000 miles so that Daniela would sign it here in Davos. So there you go. And I recommend you all to read it to get the history of the Computer Science and AI Lab at MIT. So ChatGPT implemented a human interface, on top of all that technology that had been built, became the fastest growing application, 300 million users in 6 months. AI crossed the chasm, became part of core society, and took this second wave of AI to a new place. I view Gen AI basically as a sea change, and I'll tell you how I think about it. It used to be that we would create and the computers would do the QA. Now the computers create and we do the QA. And it used to be that we had to talk with them in their language, and now they're willing to converse with us in ours. So it hasn't been just an AI revolution, it's been a UI revolution as well. And then the third thing I'll say, which is perhaps the most important, is that LLM capabilities have let these computer systems start to create applications that go beyond what humans have been able to do in the past. And to do this, we created a new stack. It's being adopted at a model layer, a data storage layer, and an application or interaction layer now with the coming of agents. And we're also starting to see companies bring in a software layer for guardrails and other types of security areas and responsibility areas to be able to make it more useful. Everybody's talking about co-pilots, that'll permanently change how computers work, basically by having a computer and a person work together. Fields like reinforcement learning from human feedback, the creation of prompt engineers. But to me, the biggest boom for AI this decade is going to be in the transformation of science. And we saw a little snippet of that just before my getting up here. Gen AI basically has transformed drug discovery into drug design. It used to take 3 to 6 years to create a drug. Now it's probably going to be weeks to create a drug. And we are, as investors, my other role is I've been in venture capital now for 33 years. We've invested in 4 AI-first life science companies that basically can take proteins and sequence them in the same way that you can take text in ChatGPT, or you can create code in Microsoft Copilot. Now there's a host of companies that are trying to figure out, using these capabilities, what the next protein is in the sequence. And if you think about that, AlphaFold, I think, found 400,000 proteins in life, but there's really the capability of up to 10 to the 1300th proteins available. So we've basically been living in a drop of water for life science when we could be swimming in a whole ocean. And that's what Gen AI will bring to you. Beyond life sciences, artificial intelligence has been used to control the superhot plasma at the Tomahawk fusion reactor that will increase stability and efficiency and bring us fusion much sooner and help solve our energy issues. Researchers at MIT and McAllister came up with new types of bacteria that used to be drug resistant in things like sepsis that now they can have antibiotics for. Gen AI can look at the solution and come up with brand new materials by saying, what do I want to create that they couldn't do before? And I think it's going to be monumental in our solution to climate change. If there is one thing that's going to do it, it's going to be Gen AI. So transformers have been the gold standard in Gen AI technology up to this point, but there's a lot of research that's going on at MIT. It's the concept of liquid neural nets, and I'm sure you're going to have a talk on that sometime today to tell you where we can go next. So these are not so compute hungry, they're not so energy hungry, and they don't hallucinate so much. And the other is we're going to have very sophisticated agents that basically can do this for us online and work with each other. And we're already seeing that in a number of applications. So MIT is transforming AI. I last counted about 25 AI centers at MIT in all various areas, starting with the College of Computing, starting with CSAIL, starting with the Media Lab. I know David Newman was here today. But this is now into new centers that are doing things like social responsibility and working with humanities, philosophy departments to bring that forward. So many of you are afraid of AI. I think we should be very optimistic. I look forward to seeing you here next year. And I look forward to having all of you come out to MIT to see what we're doing there directly. Thank you so much.